Welcome back, everyone. Well, it's certainly been a long year, and I know everyone out there is hoping for some semblance of normal to come sooner rather than later. So we're going to answer your questions about the vaccine with Governor Ned Lamont and Dr. Deirdre Gifford. Thank you both for being with us again. The first question comes from Kyle in Manchester, and he'd like to know when everyone does get this vaccine for COVID-19. Should we get back to normal in the spring or summer? Governor, I'm going to give you the crystal ball question first. Can you give Kyle a little hope?
I can give Kyle a little hope. I think you're going to see the number of vaccines we receive accelerate exponentially. I think you're going to see more people vaccinated. There's a real chance that by the end of this summer, we'll have something approaching a herd immunity. That doesn't mean it's an excuse to let your guard down. I'd still say be cautious, especially with these highly infectious variants that may be leaking into our system. But I think we're going to be getting back to a new normal, and I think warm weather is going to beckon that.
That's some positive news. Now, we do have two similar questions. I'm going to read them both to you and ask them back to back. Roberta in Middletown wants to know, how soon after getting your second vaccine are you safe to be among your friends and family? And Harriet in West Hartford, who's among those who have gotten both doses of her vaccine, asks, what can I do as far as socializing that I couldn't do before I got my shots? I asked that to both of you. Doctor, if you want to start, everyone wants to know, if I got my vaccine, am I free to do whatever I want now, or what are the rules?
Well, not quite. Although, great job getting the vaccine, and the general guidance is that full immunity, you have to wait a couple of weeks after that second dose before you're fully immune, and that's when the full effects of the vaccination will kick in. And we're still advising people to be cautious, even if they've been vaccinated, because most of the rest of us aren't, right? So you want to still be careful. Wear the mask is still the advice when you're around others. And as the governor indicated, both as we learn more and as we get more of the population vaccinated, that's when we'll start to be able to have some of the changes in behaviors. But we need to get through a few more months.
And just to follow up on that question, Doctor, are people able to still, let's say you are lucky enough you have the vaccine, could you be a carrier and still give the virus to someone else?
Well, it's a really good question, and that's one of the things that we're still learning more about. We don't have clear evidence yet that the vaccine prevents transmission from one person to another. We think that it will, but we're still studying that. So that's why the recommendation to keep on wearing the mask for a few months longer until we all get vaccinated.
Governor, I know weddings have been on your mind with your daughter. A lot of people thinking about summer weddings. And if the grandparents are able to get their vaccines before these spring and summer weddings, can they go and hug their grandchildren and dance with people?
Yeah, we've got to give you some guidance on that pretty soon. Look, I'll just say two things in terms of whatever the new normal is going to be. When it comes to this summer and outside and warm weather, outside is still much safer than inside. So take that into account for the birthday party or when we get going, hopefully on weddings and things like that. And I love the motto, if you have to ask, wear the mask. I think it's still the safe thing to do for a little bit longer, because that'll help us really break the back of this COVID once and for all.
And we have a couple other questions here. Ken in Summers says he has friends who got on a waiting list for the vaccine and got the call to come in and get their shots. He wants to know how to get on a call list. And Robert in Coventry wants to know how Connecticut is handling any wasted doses. Do we have any indication of what percentage are going unclaimed or being tossed out? Do we have that problem?
I'll start with that one because I like it. The fact that we have fewer wasted doses in just about any state in the country. We do not leave that on the shelf. We make sure that we get the vaccine. You get a shot in the arm, and we're making an enormous priority out of doing that. The outgoing Trump administration gave Connecticut an additional 50,000 doses above our allotted share because we were pretty good at getting people vaccinated. Deirdre, do you want to take the other half?
Yes. So what we are telling our provider partners is no appointment left unfilled and no vaccine left ungiven. So at the end of the day, providers, if they have a couple of doses left, they're making sure that they're getting people in. And they're working from the priority list. That might be how that one caller got called in. We've advised people, have a backup plan. We don't want any doses to go to waste. And actually, we're not hearing about doses going to waste in Connecticut. Our provider partners are doing a terrific job.
That'll be good, especially as people can ramp up and we can get more. And that, I know, is the goal. We only have about a minute left together, but final thoughts, Governor, of what you want people to understand as we proceed in the months.
My final thought is now we're in the 1-year anniversary. I think Connecticut has been amazing. I love the fact that our state has done really well in terms of following the protocols, doing everything in terms of public health. That's not true of every state. I think we've been rewarded for that by very low infection rates. I think we've been rewarded for that by people getting tested. That helped us to keep things down. And now we're going to be rewarded if everybody gets vaccinated. We'll get back to our new normal, get our economy going, keep our kids in school. I'm pretty hopeful.
That's what everyone wants. Governor, for the latest information, we want to let people know that to get their vaccines and who's currently eligible to receive them, you should visit ct.gov/COVID vaccine. If you need help making an appointment, you can call the vaccine appointment line at 877-918-2224. Again, that's the number on your screen. There are people answering phones every day from 8 in the morning till 8 at night. Governor and Doctor, thank you.